Hello? Why did it do that? That's crazy. Anyway, hi. Evil randomly decides to switch off of my normal mic settings because it hates me. Hi. Now I'm thrown off my vibe. I'm thrown off my rhythm. What am I supposed to do about this? That's okay. Anyway, Homestuck time. I don't even... What was I talking about? I think I was talking about League. I almost did League today. Yeah. Stop being Bulgrig Nookstain. That's about to come up. Awesome. Yeah, I thought about doing League. As those in the Discord, link in the description, will know. But I'm not mentally prepared enough for that. Because I only have opened it yesterday to play like some of the arcade-ish modes with my brother. So that doesn't count. And I'm not ready to publicly suck at last-hitting minions before I at least practice it a little bit first. Because I'm so bad at getting the last hit. Yeah, Brawl, that's what we were playing. You don't have to touch the minions. I just played like 6 Aurora games in Brawl and we won them. But I don't know how much of that was me and how much of that was my brother carrying, you know? But at least in Brawl, I can kind of feel like I'm doing things. League is hard. League is very, very hard, especially when you only have experience with first-person shooters. He was actually trying to get me to play Valorant. I genuinely... It was like pulling teeth. He got me into one quick play match. I refuse to call it swift play. That's so fucking stupid. Riot, why would you call it that? Anyway, he got me into a single game and I was like paralyzed with fear. I got one kill. And then I uninstalled the game immediately after that game. Smile. I hate Valorant with a burning passion. Just get... It's like simultaneously so long, but also the amount of time that you actually spend like playing the fun part of the game, quote unquote fun part of the game, is so fast. I wouldn't say I hate TF2 with a burning passion. I just don't care for it that much. Like I don't care about it. Sorry, King. I just don't really have an interest. But yeah, with Valorant, it's like, he was even saying, he started telling me how many rounds a quick play match was. I don't even remember what the number was. He was like, it's literally only like, I don't know, 9, I think, maybe, rounds. And I'm like, 9 fucking rounds of hell? Yeah, at least CSGO and Overwatch had a mutated baby. I think I maybe... No, I wouldn't. I just don't like CSGO types. That's really what it comes down to, where like you're just holding an angle and then whoever clicks ahead faster wins. Like that's ugh. I didn't know nothing. Oh yeah, first to 5 wins. Gross. If I'm gonna play an FPS, I'm gonna be playing Overwatch. That's really what it comes down to. You received a ping? What does that mean? What are you talking? This is so loud. There we go. Good song though. You mean on Discord? When I add everyone like I do every single time before stream? Yeah. Wait, why my Discord closed? Oh my god. Crazy. Anyway, hi, Homestuck! Besides the point. I probably won't talk about it too much yet. Because FR isn't here. But today, at some point, we are talking in depth about the Homestuck pilot because I have opinions! Most of the opinions about the pilot are awesome, loved it, great. I have opinions about what other people are saying about the pilot, okay? Because I think a lot of them are loud and wrong. Very loud and very wrong. Joke's on you, my opinions are objectively right and matter more than anybody else's because God told me so. I've been endorsed by Hussey, Lord English, all of the First Guardians, and also her imperious condescension herself. Yeah. Now, on the surface, like, part 1, frame 1, when people start, like, when they started saying it, there was a certain amount of merit to it about Dave being a little bit too high energy. But, like, he's not that high energy compared to how he was in the comic. They're like, he's smiling too much. He doesn't smile once until page blah, 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 blah. Hey, guys, you know it's a comic and you only saw single panels. And especially during those early conversations, you didn't see his face at all. You don't fucking know what he was doing. He sounded silly. The conversations were so silly. And, like, yes, I do think that the voice performance was maybe a little bit too high octane. Adam MacArthur, I think, again, I think I mentioned this last week on stream too. But on the panel that they did, the Q&A before the pilot actually dropped, Adam MacArthur had mentioned that, one, he's not a Homestuck. He doesn't know it, like, really in depth. And since this was a pilot being made on pretty short notice, they just kind of immediately dragged him into a booth, had him record everything, and booted him out so that they could make the pilot in a month. So, like, I don't think it's going to be the same as the final performance. I think they're going to dial it back a little bit, but I also think making Dave, like, the complete, this flat, monotone, boring, never smiles kind of douchebag, especially if he's alone in his room talking to his friends that he's known for forever online, I think that would suck. And I think these people don't know what they're talking about. I have opinions. I've been thinking about this for like 2 weeks. I've been stewing. I think you could probably tell. Because I think another part of what might have tipped people into disliking the performance a little more is that it seems Adam's at, like, kind of the top of his range in it. Like, for many words, if you go back and re-listen to those conversations, he'll hit the same note, like, musical note, quote unquote, at the highest point of, like, every emphasized syllable, which can become a little grating after a while. So I think if they just have him chill out a little bit, don't keep it so high. I know they're going for more of the prepubescent 13-year-old kind of vibe, but don't force him to go too high because then it kind of sounds a little strained. But I think they're doing good. I think it's good. I think it's great. A little fast, as most people have mentioned, but, you know, pilot throwing as much spaghetti at the wall as he can to be like, Homestuck's so fucking long. We got some proof of concept here. Please buy the merch so we can make more. Yeah, Dave works best when he's deadpan, but that doesn't mean he never smiles. I think that the insincere kind of smirk when he's joshing around and goofing at John, great. I think he should calm down a little bit compared to how he's talking in the pilot. But again, I think that that's just because it was a very quick turnaround on all the parts, all the different pieces. They couldn't really work on animating until they had those lines, and they only had like a month. So they wanted to get him in and out, get those lines done as fast as they could. And Richard Horvitz was the voice director as well, who I'm sure probably hasn't read Homestuck either. So it's not as polished as the final product likely will be when they get to tweak things and have a little more time to figure stuff out. Voices are a little bit off from headcanon. Yeah, I think a lot of them were. I think the closest one, obviously, Toby Fox's John would be basically the headcanon. He's been there the whole time. I think Chairman Leia's Rose was pretty much spot on. I love all the vocal fry that she adds. It's great. And then even just that first line read of like how many big words she throws at the wall, not a breath in between them, just rattling that sentence off like she's been practicing the line for 3 months. Amazing. Perfectly. Beautiful. Jade is a good one. It's true. I really like Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Jade. It was a bit shocking though, because like some of the other voices, mostly Dave and Jade were the ones that were most different from headcanons. It's just, you're not used to hearing it like that. And you're just like, that's not my voice I do for Jade. What the fuck? You take that back. But no, it was great. She sounded super cute, super ditzy, which makes sense because during that conversation she's asleep. It's Dream Jade saying all that, who is a ditz canonically, because she is asleep. And I can't wait to hear the difference that Colleen puts in once Jade's actually awake. And we get to hear more of her, especially later on into canon. Because even early on, even when she is awake, she's still a little bit, not, I wouldn't say ditzy, but she's just kind of twiddling her thumbs waiting for shit to kick in. But once shit kicks in, and she actually grabs the reins, like during, was it last, I think it might have been last stream that we watched, Descend, where Dream Jade was violently trying to wake up Dream John so that he didn't get crushed by Prospit's moon. More of that ruthlessly efficient and competent Jade. I think that's going to be awesome. Personally love the change up Dave does when he hears John's new poster, Little Monsters. Yeah, it was really nice. Because that was kind of a thing I forgot about that. No, yeah, Dave genuinely liked Little Monsters. The second John brought up, like, are you sure you want to drink that apple juice? He knew exactly what he was talking about. The second it happened. Oh yeah, and also I love how everyone basically unanimously agrees. No, yeah, that's Carcat voice. Yeah, that's a Carcat. Yeah. I feel like I have to watch Little Monsters now, but oh, sitting down to watch a whole movie of Howie Mandel in a monster costume. I don't know if I want to do that, but also for the context, for the background. Anyway, I think those are most of my cliff notes on the big stuff. I also heard some people get really bent out of shape. Haha, I've bent out of shape about that the title sequence and the poem, the opening poem, got cut short. Which, I won't lie, I did get a little pouty when they cut the opening poem short because I fucking love that opening poem. And I was a little sad Chris O'Neill read it, very silly, but it makes sense. I hope in the actual episode they won't cut it short. You did a rewatch of it this week? Alright, I'll take your word for it. I'll go watch it. I've never seen it before. I think I was a little too young for that. But I think in the actual series, they hopefully don't cut it short and give it a little more gravitas. Because I feel like that is the perfect pause in the goofiness of Act 1 Homestuck to make you realize, oh, it's not all John running around with fake arms and knocking over his grandma's ashes, haha, how silly. Something's about to get fucking real. I get why they did it in the pilot. They're establishing the nature of Homestuck in that, one, very goofy most of the time, and two, a bit irreverent with itself, you know? And very fourth wall breaky. Not even to mention that the fourth wall is a literal object in the comic that is manipulated and broken all the time in a very literal sense. But yeah, I just like the opening poem, and every time I mouth along to it because it's really nice. Oh my god, also they showed the freaking retcon arm. Even though it was wrong, the retcon arm shouldn't have a white long sleeve on it. It should be John's god tier outfit, which is blue short sleeves and then nothing else on his arms. But you know what? It's okay. They'll fix it for the real one. Surely they'll fix it for the real one. Oh, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. They did have Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff and Jerome were on Dave's door as posters, so they're gonna. It's important to the canon. It's important to Dave's character that he makes a shitty, god-awful, and incredibly offensive online webcomic. Yeah, it was very quick. They had 11 minutes, which, honestly, even with a full team, kind of a crazy thing to pump out in a month. So, good on them for getting all that done. I love all the people that are new to Homestuck and have no idea what's going on watching it. And at the end being like, that was pretty fun, but also, what the fuck just happened? And then every one of the comments just has to be, no, that's just what early Homestuck is like. It throws a lot of shit at you that you're not going to or supposed to understand until later, and just assumes you'll tough it out and figure it out. Yeah, I noticed that. The first watch through, I thought, oh, they fixed it because it was already a typo when they did the trailer for the pilot. But no, in that first bit, it still says Dosemity. But then they fix it later into Dote Smite. That'll be fixed in the later one. Oh, that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about. The fight with Dad. I'm obviously amazing animation, very cool and fun, and I like how at the end, obviously Dad notices that John lost his balance and had no plan to actually land again, and picks him up onto his back so that he lands safely. That's awesome. Unfortunately, that seems to go over a lot of people's heads that, again, haven't read Homestuck like before. It's fun seeing the outside perspective. They'll miss that and be like, why is this kid beating the shit out of his dad, and why is his dad beating the shit out of him back? And I'm like, no. So I don't know if they're gonna keep the more bombastic fight scene for the real episode 1, or episode whatever, you know, the real series. Because obviously, if you guys remember, way back in Act 1, it was pretty much just Dad offering cakes at him, and then John being like, no, stop it, the whole time. Yeah, that's another thing. The amount of reactions I've just immediately clicked off of because they're like, Vivzy Pop made it. I'm gonna have a curse counter. I'm like, oh, you're unbearable. I just have to leave. Yeah, like John just doesn't want any more cake. He doesn't want to get pied by his dad on his birthday as a prank. And I get why they did it for the pilot, because you want to show off like what a fight scene with Siladex and the Siladex being weaponized would look like, and that they did a very good job. It looks awesome, very cool watching the cards pop up. I think they also did a really good job visualizing Siladex combat with what they showed with the smoke pellets and Sassacre. They didn't really elaborate much on that they were smoke pellets. I saw a lot of people not realize at all what was happening there. So that, I guess they could have put like text on the screen, but again, it doesn't really matter. This is in episode 1. There'll hopefully, again, this is all speculation, be more clarity in the actual episode. But yeah, I'm a bit conflicted on if I would be okay if they kept it this bombastic for the real episode, this fight. Because again, John's dad is like the normal one. He's the good dad, the good parent and guardian with no complexity whatsoever. He's just perfect and amazing in every way, and also hot and sexy too. Saw YouTube's thumbnail with worst kids TV show characters. Oh my god. Annoying, rude, and in French? Well, yeah, I mean, Rose Lalonde. Pretty French sounding last name. His dad does not have a face. Yeah, even better. I mean, you say that like Mom Lalonde isn't also hot and sexy. Like, come on. Both of them perfect specimens. Keep up. Keep up. Yeah, so he's supposed to be the chill one. But I also do get, in a way, the stripes, even when he is just offering cakes, you know, doffing cakes, it is still a sort of training for Spur, because all the Guardians know that it's gonna come. They know what's happening. Watch Makia when the promised flower blooms? No, I don't even know what that is. A Dilf is always on his patio with his shirt off on the drive over. Some eye candy to get you there. That's beautiful. Should have had something to indicate the smoke pellets. Yeah, when they pulled him, because John's just kind of thrown things in his Siladex that you don't think is going to be important. Sassacre, not a big deal that they didn't say, this is Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of frivolity. Because all you really need to know in that moment is big fucking book. And you can get that just by looking at it. But the smoke pellets, a lot of people are like, oh my god, medication. No! Yeah. So hopefully, you know, in the actual thing, more clarity. Like, look through it, maybe say it as he's throwing them into the Siladex, but I think that's all I had to say, I think. I think we're chilling. I love the bit at the end where they flip through all the scenes in the future. Really awesome. It's just like a couple frames each, but it's great. All the trolls look great. I like the designs. I like looking at a move. Well, for most of them at least, they did a lot about their personality and just that one little swipe. Not a lot about the personality, but a nice little showcase of who they are. I like trolls. And that little bit of Carcat at the end makes me laugh every time. It's perfect. You're gonna stream Minesweeper in VC, bro? You really think you could be the streamer? You really think you can hop up on the mic? Alright, bro. Good luck. But yeah. I bought some merch. I did my part. I got the pajama pants and the hoodie. Even though I would love more. Poster would be cool. The LED looks awesome, but I have nowhere to put it. Logically, I know that I have no use for it, but also the demons, the parasites in me want me to buy the house LED, the Spurb LED. Okay. There are my thoughts. If FR shows up, I don't know, clip it or something. He's late, it's his fault. Yeah, like John muttering each item as he's throwing them out, like smoke pellets, no, fake arms, what? Colonel Sassacre. Trick handcuffs? Why would I even need that? Ah! Disguise, you know? I'm not a writer, but you get the point. No. I do like, also, I like how I was like, oh, we can move on to reading now. Nope, continue talking about the pilot. Making the narrator audible to John. I do like that. And I think making the mayor part of the cursor, that weird meta-breaking and canon-breaking cursor at the start of the comic that makes no sense and has no origin. Yeah, I mean, just make it the mayor. Because what else is it gonna be? You got sick 4 days before your audition? No! Tragic. But yeah. Anyway. If anyone saw that pilot and the troll introductions, it said, who are these douchebags? It's your lucky day. Okay? It's troll time. Shit just got crazy in the Beta Kid universe. Now it's time for trolls. I hope you're excited. I can do voices for maybe about half an hour. Then my dad has to go to sleep. And also, Carcat's gonna be talking a lot, and that's already rough on my throat. So, I think it works out in that sense. We voice for half an hour, and then afterwards, we go semi-ASMR soft-spoken core. It's always been headcanon, the cursor's the mayor. Yeah, because it's the only thing that really makes sense. Because, you know, the mayor's been looking the whole time. I can't remember if there was a mouse at the time. Because the only image that I'm conjuring in my head is Celeborn's mouse, but we're not getting there for ages. Celeborn who? Don't know him. Anyway, this is unrelated, but I also hope that somehow Crimson Ruse can voice a character in the show. Please, please, please. I don't know who. Maybe it could be Celeborn. Someone that would fit the gruff voice. Maybe one of the alpha trolls whenever we get there. Because he's very adult. I don't think he could play a 13-year-old. Oh my god, wait! Ruse being the sufferer. Oh, the sufferer. Please. Okay, I would kill for Ruse to be the Signless. Or have Justin Briner do it and reprise his role from that one fan dub he did ages and ages ago, because that would be really funny. Okay, I'm done talking about the animated. I'll read now. I'm reading. It's been how long? It's been half an hour. Oopsies. It's fine. Okay. Let's dive in to Alternia. This young troll stands in his respite. Do you guys say respite or respite? Because I feel like normally I say respite, but in the context of respite block, it just doesn't sound right. Calliope who? I love Calliope. I love Calliope so much. Dude, the Cherubs theme music, that whole album, Cherubim, peak. Peem, if you will. Yeah, I usually like saying respite, but I feel like this word, it's gotta be respite block. It just doesn't sound right otherwise. It's just wrong. Oh my god, okay. No, I said I was reading, I'm locking in. It just so happens that today, the 12th bilunar perigee of the 6th dark season's equinox, is the day of this young troll's larval awakening, also known as his wriggling day. Although it was 6 solar sweeps ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. 6 Alternian sweeps, for convenient reference, is equivalent to 13 Earth years. Earth, also for convenient reference, is a planet that does not yet exist. What will the name of this young troll be? What, play Minesweeper? Dude, I don't know. I ain't that old. My ass was playing Purple Place. Not Minesweeper. Enter name! I'm gonna assume this is the... How far back was that? Wait, I have to find it. Oh. Boldreak Nookstain. You enter something predictably derogatory, and this guy gets fed up by your shenanigans in record time. This guy has a lot of troll pals, and their adventures are going to be quite extensive and convoluted, to an even greater degree than one perhaps may be accustomed. He thinks that if you think that we have time to drag out every little gag and expected pattern along the way, you've got another thing coming. He thinks you should cram that sobering understanding in your chitinous wind hole, tamp it down hard with your ugly stooping cartilage nub. Click boxes. I know there's like strategy. I just don't know what they are. Troll Will Smith, shout out. Your name is Carcat Vantis. As was previously mentioned, it is your wriggling day, which is barely even worth mentioning. It's an anniversary, if anything, to lament the faults of your existence, of which there are assuredly plenty. Equally plenty, and somewhat related to that topic, are your interests. You have a passion for ridiculously terrible romantic movies and rom-coms. You should be really embarrassed for liking this dreadful cinema, but for some reason you are not. You like to program computers, but you are notoriously pretty awful at it. Your programs invariably damage the machines on which they are executed, which is just as well, since you like to believe you specialize in computer viruses. When you mature, you aspire to join the ranks of the most lethal members of your society, the Threshecutioners. You like to practice with your really cool sickle, but just wind up looking like kind of a doofus by yourself in your room. You like to chat with some of your other troll pals, most of which drive you batshit up the fucking belfry? I've seen this word so many times and I still don't know which is the right pronunciation. You'd think that by now I'd have looked it up, but no, I am stubborn. Maybe later if I remember. You've been trying out a new chat client beta called Trollian, and you're not really sure what you think about it yet. Your troll tag is carcinogeneticist, and you speak in a manner that is almost exclusively ornery all the time. Later, you will play a game with 5 other friends, and go on a big adventure with them. This game, for convenient reference, is a game that does not yet exist. But it will soon. What will you do? Belfry. Okay, thank you. Shout out! If no one got me, I know Asmaria got me. Examine slimy purple pod. It is your Recoup Raccoon, full of nourishing soper slime. Every young troll enjoys the cozy embrace of such a vessel each night, and the relaxing ooze helps assuage the terrible visions of blood and carnage that plague the dark subconscious of your species. It is so inviting. A few minutes couldn't hurt. Get in. Okay, this sure is cozy and all, but you can't be napping all day like a chump. Damn it, you're a busy guy. You're sort of a big deal. Goddamn slime. Ugh, now you gotta change your clothes, too. What were you thinking? Luckily, all of your clothes are the same. Trolls think fashion is stupid. Examine movie posters. Oh, here we go. Take a sip of my beverage. Okay, it's time to get serious here. Sweet troll Gigas, let's get real and get down to some major business. You space out and get caught up reading the titles of films for about 5 minutes. Wow, these movies are great. You don't care what anyone says. Pure magic. What's on the poster? Long-ass title. Is that John Cusack? The thing that most people don't realize is that John Cusack is a universal constant. Next. This movie. Okay, this one even you have a hard time defending, but still, it's so good. The best thing about it is how Troll Sandler doesn't make you want to punch anything. Like nothing at all, really hard or anything. Capture log, sickle. You grab your trusty sickle with your encryption modus. To retrieve it, you'll need to hack the code to open the card vault left behind. This will, obviously, prove to be a completely ridiculous and untenable way of managing an inventory, and lead to great many follies. Later on, you would swap your modus with your hacker friend, a guy who, unlike you, happens to be competent with programming. It would only make sense. But for the time being, it makes your life kind of a nightmare. There's so many stupid things that happen because of this modus. So many. You just have no idea. Take card vault. Incorrect statement. Not all trolls think fashion is stupid. Shout out Kanaya. But that's just because she's not like other girls. Oh my god, wait, look at the horns. There's like dithering happening. What the fuck? Hold on. Look at that! It's not a different shade of orange. It's pixel dithering. I don't think I ever noticed that. That's cool. Let me get even closer in there. HD, that's as close as it gets. Even in the... What the heck? Was this in the original, or is this, like, specifically for the collection? Because that's very interesting if Hussey actually did purposefully just use dithering to make a slightly different shade of gray for the outlines. I never noticed that. Oh, there's some over here. This makes more sense, though, than on, like, the character's main sprite. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry. I've been in this fandom for over a decade. That's crazy that I've never even noticed that. I get excited about art techniques. Oh my god, wait, he double caption locked the stupid thing and now it's just so dense it crashed through the floor. It's funny. God damn it. You hear some unhappy grumbling through the hole below. This was not the coolest thing you could have done just now. Examine large black book. You make quite sure not to captcha log it and simply pick it up to read it. Till Death, a handbook for the imminently deceased. Prepare your till death file, quote-unquote dig your grave. A bone to pick, for death begins with life's first breath, and life begins at touch of death. Troll Will Smith. Till death, this, blank, additional graves, blah blah blah, execute null, this dot die. It is a thick programming manual called Till Death, a handbook for the imminently deceased. Till Death is an insufferable language to work with. Its logic is composed of nothing but infinite loops, or at best, loops of effectively interminable construction. The above page in the intro section documents the simplest possible till death code structure. Any code deviating from this basic structure will not compile. You have a whole bunch of code samples you've been messing around with on your computer. It's been frustrating at best and debilitating to your machine at worst. Leave your room. Yeah, all the coding puns that they do in like the names of the coding languages, so fun. That's another one. Seeing people who don't know Homestuck watch the pilot and look at John's computer and then they see one of the carrot cake files and it's the like fuck dot carrot cake, but all they see is fuck cake. It's nothing like crazy funny, but just enough. Hi, Saf! Yeah, we just started the troll section. I had a whole rant. The first half hour of this stream is just me ranting about the pilot, if you want to go listen. I don't know if I can go through it all again in a more, or in the same amount of authenticity. No, because, hold on. This is, sorry, I just interrupted myself like crazy. But look, now it is a separate color. What? Did he compress it? Maybe he compressed the sprite during that GIF. Oh, it was a GIF. That could be the difference. The GIF might have compressed it and turned it into dithering. Yeah, listen, after the stream is over, that makes sense. Just two of me yapping like crazy. Oh, God. That's really interesting. Oh, my God. He's so crunchy. Shrunk him down. All right, wait, hold on. Back to normal. That's super cool. You compressed it for the GIF. That's why. Oh, nope. One more. There we go. You step outside your respite block onto one of your hive's numerous extraterrestrial landing slats. Fucking balcony. You were allowed to design this hive when you were young, after you emerged victorious from your trials deep in the brooding caverns. You have lived here with your custodian ever since. It's almost as if your people have placed great cultural importance on teaching children to become architecturally adept while very young. I wonder how that happened. It's been this way since ancient times. No one seems to know why that is. Bet I know. I bet that person would fancy themselves an excellent host. Getting to build your own hive at a young age using whatever meandering design you choose likely has left you jaded to the notion of customizing your abode. You certainly wouldn't get all that worked up about a game that happened to allow you to do such a thing. At least not for that reason. Examine neighborhood. I love a good old Homestuck vacant stare. Wonder what that's about. Surely nothing. HIVEBENT. Oh my god, the opening poem again. I yapped about that earlier. Sorry. The lawn rings are empty. Blood skims the voids in your... Wait. This requires a little bit of reverb. Terezi music. Damn right! The version with the harpsichord is better than the one without it. It really just adds a lot. I can't wait to get to this part of the comic. I can't wait to get to the second half of Act 5. Don't get me wrong, the Trolls story is fun and all, but like, once we get them in the catalog, and we have all the information, and we get to move forward, yes please! Awesome! Okay, sorry, I'm moving on. The lawn rings are empty. Blood skims the voids in your porous cranial plates, as if grazing the hollow of a threshed stem, or say, an abandoned cocoon. A sour note is produced. It's the one agitation plays to make its audience squirm. It is your 6th wriggling day, and as with all 5 preceding it, blah 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 blah. Look! You don't have time for fancy poetry. It's almost as useless as those arm swing flappy things on mailboxes, assuming you even know what those were, which you don't. Trolls don't have mail. Mail is almost as useless as poetry to them. Poetry is the swing arm flappy dealy of words, and mail is the red tilty lever doodad of giving people shit. Frankly, you don't know about things skimming voids or grazing hollows or whatever. You've got ambition. You were meant to be a big shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot. To be in charge of something huge and really important, and to be totally ruthless about it. You just haven't found the dominion in which you're destined for greatness yet. Sorry, that sentence really got away from me and I thought it would end way sooner than it did. Or even a vague concept of it. You haven't found your purpose, but you will tonight. You stew in your own impotent aggravation on the cool dusk breeze. During the dark seasons, it remains dusk for most of the day. It can stay dark for many bilunar perigees at a time. But even if it didn't, you still would have this feeling. You have a feeling it's going to be a long night. Go back inside. Mute narration! You head back into your block and hit up your computer station. No words from any of your loudmouth pals. No news is good news. Sweet music to your auricular sponge clots. Shout out. Check out magazine. It's the latest issue of Game Grub. This one appears to boast about, quote, exclusive leaks. They all boast about that. You're not even really sure what it means. Check out DVD. It is a DVD of one of your favorite series, The Thresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's about a green Threshocutioner cadet who sasses up the blue bloods in his fly squad pretty good. Their blood is literally blue, lousy snobs. Patrol Will Smith shows them all how to loosen up. I love how all of these celebrities early on do not follow the 6'6" format, and they don't even care. They just canonically are called Troll insert name here. I wonder if once you become an actor or a celebrity, you just have to change your name format to something like that. Canon. But Troll Will Smith shows them all how to loosen up. He's pretty much your hero. Troll TV shows have shorter titles than Troll movies because TV is a much newer form of media in their society, which is a good thing because it would be pretty hard to make this funny joke otherwise. Get down to business on computer. Here we go. My patron troll. He's here. I have a different interpretation that I will be doing for him than the usual headcanon. For multiple reasons, but also because I think it's funny. Okay, enough messing around. Time to get some work done. Maybe a little programming or... oh god. It figures that installing this new beta chat client would open the floodgates. All your moron friends are going to be hounding you relentlessly. Not that they needed an excuse before. You wonder what this chump wants. Answer troll. Here we go. Terminally capricious began trolling carcinogeneticist. What is up, my Umberta brother? We're going with Valley Girl Gamesy. This is much more in my wheelhouse. And a less cringe course of action for me personally to read. What in the sweet almighty taint-chafing fuck do you want? Not a motherfucking thing, bro. Other than I'd be checking out how my best motherfucking friend is at. I really can't stand you, and I hate how you type. It just bothers me so much. Have I mentioned that? Yeah, you say it pretty much every time we talk, yeah. But, I don't have to. See? But I mean, this feels so motherfucking unnatural and shit. You just gotta be going with what feels right where your heart's up in, you know? Best friend. I wonder what kind of shitty thing I did to deserve such an awful best friend. Or maybe what terrible thing I'm going to do and get punished for in advance. Many things. Maybe I'm just, like, preemptively the worst fucking piece of trash who ever lived and don't know it yet, but hey, look! Your friendship is Exhibit A, I guess. Alright, well, I wouldn't go that far, but, you know. Gemsy. It's such a beautiful thing. This troll disease called friendship. Friendship isn't a disease, shit sponge. It's so weird to go between such violently different voices. It's like a mistake. A big joke of nature. It's a miracle. Oh, no, don't start with the miracles again. Man, everywhere I look, all I see is motherfucking miracles. It's like so spiritual, all these miracles and shit. Oh, like just be taking this fucking tits bottle of fucking Faygo I just cracked open. Like, how it's being all like hissing and shit. Motherfucking hissing, man. Who knows told it to do that? How would it even do that? It's crazy. It's a miracle. It's carbonation, you ignorant douche. Try getting school-fed sometime instead of slurping down that weird swill all day and fondling your stupid horns. No, bro. I don't want to know. Don't even tell me. Knowing shit just steals up all that fucking magic from my miracles like a motherfucking thief. That ain't cool. You believe in miracles? Where you from? You success. The only miracle is that you like that disgusting sludge. Where do you even get that stuff? It's also a miracle how you dress like an imbecile and are basically the stupidest asshole I've ever known. Actually, you're right. There are miracles everywhere. I've been a fool. See, man, I'm straight up telling you, miracles. It's like, all right, computers, right? What the fuck? Miracles is what? Fuck you. Fuck you for me just reading that. Anyway, what's up with your bad self? For serious here. Isn't something big all going down? What? I heard something big was going all down. Just all be telling me y'all what fucking Gamsey. Motherfucking it's up and all about. Stop saying all. Are you talking about TA's thing? Yeah, fuck yeah, man. So mysterious. I'm never getting ceased to be amazed by all these fucking mysteries life's got for us. I feel like I'm talking like be a hell of a boss this whole time. The pilot was gonna be on a ship by the Effa, you're so late. I went on a whole half-hour long rant at the beginning and you weren't even there for it, and now I don't want to rehash all that. But if you have specific comments and you put them in there, I will say my piece. The general gist is really fun, great proof of concept. I do think in part that Dave's voice should be toned back a little bit, but I also think people are greatly exaggerating how different he is from canon, because if you go back and read those conversations, it's literally exactly the same. And they're like, he didn't smile at all until page whatever the fuck. But guys, it's a comic, and in those early conversations, you can't even see him. So like, you're only seeing a frame at a time. So if he's alone in his room with the door closed and bro's not around, I don't think it's that weird to consider that he could be smirking while being silly with the guy he has a dubious maybe crush on. Anyway. Yeah, people be mad about Dave for stupid reasons. Yeah, I think it was great. I just think that for the final version, they could just take Adam MacArthur's performance, tone it down slightly. Not all the way. I do not want him deadpan. That would be boring and hell to watch. But just a little bit, because it sounded like he was straining up at that top of his register. Yeah. Trying to hide his excitement with maybe like a smarmy little smirk put upon. Yeah. I want him to talk more. Yeah, they only had 11 minutes, so they definitely had to cut it down. I greatly missed the, how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh, shit. How big is it? It's the size of your mom's ass. Oh, shit. How big is it? It's the size of planet fucking Jupiter. Give it to me straight. Is it planet fucking Jupiter? Yes, sir. We are literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later. Like, him just talking to a wall is so fucking funny. Yeah. Can't have the full dialogue, obviously, but let him cook. I do like the bit that they added. This I didn't mention, so I can kind of go off on this. I like the title drop bit that they added for him. It was so funny, and I think "there she fucks" is never leaving my language, and I'm mad about it because it's 2025, over a decade since I started reading the goddamn comic, but still David Elizabeth fucking Strider is half of my vocabulary and personality. Like, please let me out. I'm back in the fucking building again. Oh my god. Yeah. The occasional speech bubble is good. Because obviously, it's a necessity to make it into a phone call for the most part. But like those little reminders that these were originally just entirely text conversations online. You can't keep getting away with it. A whole new generation of teens are going to make David Elizabeth Strider their personality. No! Oh god. I'm like crying. Ugh. Sorry. I get very emotional about Dave. Anyway, also Pepsi Cola crumbs in the year of our Lord 2025. The fic game is about to go so crazy. I haven't read Homestuck fics in ages, other than just going back to like reread MC Escher's. That's my favorite MC. But I'm ready for fluffy Pepsi Cola one-shots. There was only one bed. The reveal of Dave taking off his shades. Like, I'm ready to go rehash all of it. Yeah, I'm also having a lot of fun watching people fall into the Dave X Rose incest pit, the pitfall. Accidental incest pitfall. Because she jokingly is like, oh, I just can't help myself when I see any glimpse of his PFP in my DMs, which is beautiful, by the way. Love that. I don't know how to feel about her saying aura. I think they should take that out. Just because it was very jarring for such new slang to be put in there. I do agree with updating it so that it's less cringe, but that's too new. A little too new. PFP in my DMs. Yeah, man, go crazy. Aura, she would not fucking say that. She's too verbose, you know? It's a little too much. It's like if they said skibbity toilet, I'd be like, update the slang a little bit, but don't make it so updated that it's like, it'll date it to 2025 kind of thing, you know? Yeah, like visage. Anyway. Back to Valley Girl Gamesy, I guess. What the skibbity? But like also, if Dave were younger Gen Z or Gen Alpha, Dave absolutely would be unironically, well, ironically, but unironically, into Skibbity Toilet. He'd be the one making Skibbity Toilet. Let's not lie to ourselves. I need to say it's ironically, but we'd all know it's not. Jeremy Lay, hop on it. Hop on it, baby girl. Let's go. God, I could talk about the pilot for ages. I really... Oh. Yeah, make a Spanish comic about Skibbity Toilet. Pronto. Jerome. Oh my god, wait, what was I up to? I lost my place. Ah! Too much pilot conversation. Her song, Biggle goes down. Amazed by life's mysteries. Ugh. Anyway, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I'll talk to him tonight about it. Maybe I won't. It's probably just another one of his projects that winds up being completely useless and a huge waste of my time. Yeah, maybe. He's your best friend, though, so it's all cool.
Anyway, I thought this sounded like a pretty big motherfucking deal, my man. Oh! Shout out to my fans. Oh! I'm making myself laugh with this. I need to stop. I need to get it together. Let me drink some more water. I should go for you. What? Bro, never mind. I just fucking did like to scare the shit out of myself here. These damn horns. You've got to get rid of those things. They make it more embarrassing to know you, which is a freaking miracle if that's even possible. Like, wow, God sure cooked up a doozy there. Twinkly-eyed son of a bitch just keeps you guessing, don't he? Man, you know you want to give my horns a good squeeze. Honk. Actually, you know what will be the miracle to end all miracles? It'll be if I ever meet a kid I despise more than you. John walks into the room. You called? You rang? That'll make me a motherfucking convert. I'll see lights so bright I'll need GC to walk me around so I don't bump into shit. Sign me up for your idiotic clown religion, Kay? You fucking got it, brother! You tell him, Valley Girl Gamzee. You tell him. Oh, just you wait, Carcat. I need the second half of Act 5. I need that first conversation from Carcat's perspective. I need that. It is necessary to my continued existence. Whoa, what the motherfuck? Who's this motherfucker? And people say it's all Vivzy Pop's fault. Okay, wait, sorry, this is back on the pilot again. But I think people are forgetting that since the narrator isn't as present, they are taking the comedy and vocal style of the narrator and sprinkling some of that into the dialogue. Because people keep pointing out how John never cursed that much. Okay, but he said slurs, so like, I don't know what your problem is. He cursed a little bit and then cursed a lot later. But, you know, it's taking some of that vocal character from the narration and the spirit of how Act 1 read, because most of it was the narration, and adding that into our everyman Jonathan Egbert. So shut the fuck up. They keep taking these hyper-specific examples and being like, Bibsy Pop. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Look, I'm so happy for you that you're special and you don't curse that much, but baby girl, I do. And you want to know why I curse that much? Points at my monitor. Homestuck. Okay, there's another piece of my rant done. Surely there can't be more rants. Surely I'm finished. I think it's great that I waited 2 weeks to actually fully talk about this pilot, because now I have so much to say. Because I've seen it so many times. Oh my god, okay. Homestuck proper. Homestuck source material. It's cool. Life's like that sometimes. It's full of mysteries. You'll be doing one thing, then something else hits you, just like that, and you'll roll with it. Me, when another piece of information about the pilot pops up in my brain. That's what you do when life hands you lemon. You sure as fuck don't make lemonade, because who the fuck knows where that fucking shit comes from? It's squeezed out of miracles, I swear. So what's this motherfucker's name? Insert image of Rouse smoking a blunt, real. It's also very accurate to life. 13-year-olds swear so much. I know, they want to be edgy and adult so bad. Oh god. The classic introductory wall of text. Your name is Gamzee Makara. You get pretty excited by clowns of a grim persuasion, which may not be in full possession of their mental faculties. You belong to a rather obscure cult, which doesn't remain obscure. Anyway, canonically, apparently it's the whole Bloodcast now, which foretells of a band of rowdy and capricious minstrels, which will rise one day on a mythical paradise planet. I think they should just edit that, because this is the only bit of it that's, like, obscure. Everything else contradicts it. John absolutely cursed sometimes, yeah. Yeah, the pilot covers, like, 100+ pages. This is again where I'm like, they're taking the spirit of the narration and squishing it into the small amount of dialogue that they had. So like, shut the fuck up. You guys just hate Vizzy Pop for no reason. And are being bitches about it. So you just paid for it, guys. Executive producer, that's it. She don't know nothing about Homestuck. Yeah, but Sky is one of her. Shh! Shh! Don't ruin this for me, okay? Don't fuck this up. Buy merch, you son of a bitch. Okay, where the fuck was I? The beliefs of this cult are somewhat frowned upon by those dwelling in more common lawn rings, but you don't care. You gotta be going with what feels right at where your heart's up in, you know? You like to practice on your one-wheel device, which you are god-awful at because your feet do not reach the pedals. You enjoy a fine beverage and like to do a little baking sometimes. You've got all these horns all over the place, and sometimes you step on them and scare the shit out of yourself. You like to chat with friends a lot. Oh, you like to chat a lot with your pal Carcat, who is usually pretty cranky, but he is your best friend. You have a lot of other great friends who you also like a lot. Your troll tag is terminally capricious, and you speak in a manner that is and just a little bit whimsical. What will you do? Capture log, bottle of Fago. You snag a... Oh god, yeah. This one's not that bad, but flashing lights warning, epilepsy warning. For this miracle fucker. You snag a bottle of Fago. To consume the beverage is... What the fuck? To consume the beverage is what your fellow devotees refer to as kicking the wicked elixir. I can't talk anymore. Oh my god. You love Valley Girl Gamzee? Thank you. It solves a big problem for me as a white girl. Yeah, it's fitting to his vibe. Adjacent, you know? The Miracle Modus. Luckily, it starts you off with a tame image of the Miracle Modus. I don't think this one's too much of a flash warning, but some of the next ones, tugs collar. It is captulogged through your Miracle Modus. You have absolutely no idea how this thing works, and you don't want to know. Capsulog computer. Yep, here it is. Immediately. You take your Hustop. Sometimes you just like to pick stuff up and watch the colors. It's so beautiful. Life is beautiful. Ride on one-wheel device. You decide to give this diabolical contraption another shot. Maybe one of these days you'll get one more suited to your proportions. For now, this is all you have to work with. You just have to figure out how to stay on the thing without flying off the handle. Beep. Oh, you poor sap. Honk! I should get a honk button. I don't have that right now. I don't know, what's it? Nope, that's not close. Well, I guess I could use the... I could use that one. It's not the same. I mean... Thoughts on fart with reverb replacing honk for now? Because, like, watch this. That's pretty good. That, you know, classic slapstick. You do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and into a big pile of horns. Sample delicious pie cooling on the counter. Boop. It's still piping hot, but you just can't help yourself. You sneak a taste of the super slime pie. You aren't supposed to eat that slime. It does funny things to a troll's head. But you were never taught that on account of a lousy upbringing. Your custodian was always out to sea. That's where he is now. I can read, I promise. Maybe you'll go outside and see if you can spot him. Take a juggling club. Club kind. You grab a juggling club. You'll need it if you're going to go out. It's dangerous to leave unarmed. Go outside. Beep, 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 to the shore. Whoa. You leave your hive and head out to the beach. There's no sign of your custodian. No, not a yawn. Take it back, you animal. You shouldn't stay out here for very long. The sea dwellers are quite hostile. More flashing lights. Therapy! Someone's bugging you. This is exciting. You're always down for shooting the wicked shit with anyone who'll put up with you. Now, if only you could figure out how to get your Hustop out of this stupid thing. It'll be a miracle if you can manage. Retrieve Hustop. Praise to the ICP. Poof. You say a short prayer to your beloved mirthful messiahs and splash a pinch of special stardust in your face. It's dangerous to go alone, take this. Immediately goes to the Game Grumps song, rather than just quoting Legend of Zelda. Whatever, man. Your Silodex launches your beverage far, far into the ocean. Bet that'll never come up again. You wonder if you can just sort of reach over and nice. Gallows Calibrator began trolling terminally capricious. Oh my god, all the Toho games? Good luck, King. Okay, it's my dad's bedtime. But like, I'll do a little bit I'll do the first line.
Hey, Gamsies, you want to play gameses with me?
That's all you get. That's all you get, and the rest is gonna be quiet, okay? It's quiet time. It's soft-spoken ASMR time. Hey, yeah, that sounds like the motherfucking shits, bitch tits.
It sure is hard to ignore the weird things you say sometimes, but I'm gonna. The only reason I'm asking you is because your name is like game, and no other reason. Get it?
It is a pretty good Terebi voice. I like Terebi's fun because she's a freak. I love voicing freaks. Crimson Ruse just went live. Thank you, phone, for telling me I'm not gonna watch. I'm a really bad, unfaithful viewer, and I only watch if it's about Homestuck. Sorry, King. Or should I say mayor? Anyway. That's where I am, okay.
Well, I heard of worse fucking reasons to be getting all about to do something.
Honk. This is also actually, while we're here, while people are here, this is very far off. Do you think Roxy would have a New York accent or a Valley Girl accent? This is very important. I know I'm giving Mina the New York accent. No kings, only mayors. Base. Ruse? I don't know. I was hoping to see a clip. Because I can't watch the whole thing. I think the first stream he did after it dropped was his birthday stream, so I don't know if that means he's more likely to talk about it or less likely. I don't know. And I don't have the time to scan through all of the VODs. It's been like 2 weeks. There's too many. Thinking Valley, yeah. I don't think I could do a convincing New Jersey accent, but I also think you're on to something. New Jersey. Hold on, before we get to the Alpha Kids, time to study up and bone up on my New Jersey accent.
No, that should bother you. That reason. Ugh. Why don't things like that bother you? No wonder Van just can't stand you. It just starts sounding like Vriska when I do this. When it's soft-spoken Terezi, it just starts sounding like Vriska. Fuck. But who cares about him? We're going to have some motherfucking shitty bitches playing together. Like, whatever you said. So this is the game I heard about? The big mystery? Yeah. Whoa, okay, this is gonna be fucking insane, but can we play a little later? I'm outside keeping an eye out here for the old goat. You know how it is with family. No, not really. A dur. Oh, yeah.
Durr. Herp derp.
Way to go. How does that stupid bottled syrup of yours taste with your hoof so far up your mouth? Sorry.
New Jersey accent. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's adjacent to a New York accent. We're like, okay, so like, if the standard typical bada bing bada boom New York accent is your starting point, then like, next up would be the Staten Island kind of New York accent, the Staten Island kind of accent, and then it moves into Jersey. But I can't make it there. I can't make it to the other end of the sliding spectrum. Though that does make sense because technically it's like getting in between the city and Jersey can kind of go through the island. Not really. It's weird. It's weird. The island is like part of New York City, but more like Jersey. New York, bada bing, bada boom. Ugh, languages, linguistics, interesting stuff. I like to learn about it, but I'm not that smart about it. Yeah. I like to listen to other people who are better at it than me do it, and then I just sit there and copy them. It's really bad. I'll just hear people with different accents talk, and then like subconsciously start trying to mimic them. That's how I learned my British accent when I was, what, like 12 or something. I was watching Dan Is Not on Fire. So that's why the only British accent I can do semi-convincingly is a posh British accent. It's all Dan. It's Dan's fault, basically. Because I learned from a posh British bitch. Yeah. Predictable, right? I have not been keeping up since then. Good for them, though. You know, congratulations. And thank you for allowing me to do my nice British Kanaya voice. And for the future, my nice British Calliope voice.
Okay. Anyway, I'll go inside in a while. Why don't you get Carcat to fire up that motherfucker with you? He likes games. Oh no. God, can you imagine all the bitching and moaning? I used to try and play stuff with him, but wow, did I learn my lesson. Alright, well, I'll try to get in and get up on my chill real soon and we can play. Just give me a minute. Oh, bullshit, you know you're just gonna sit there on the beach and space out and lose track of time. Hello? Gams? What? Oh man, sorry, I spaced out. Did you know how beautiful the sound of the ocean is? Have you ever seen the ocean? Or, I mean smelled it. Sorry.
Mori Calliope? Yeah. She's British, right?
失礼しますか死んでください。Killing but the base. 暮らしのことが楽しい。Bitch, murder is so fucking kawaii, kawaii.
Clearly the most British VTuber. A blonde British best friend. Wait. Calliope does? Oh? Or am I missing something? Could be.
Get some programming done. Import universe, you. Import author, Carcat. Till death, you. Till death, Carcat. Execute null. Execute null. This dot die.
Oh, which on the side, you can see Apocalypse Arisen, Adios Toreador? I think that's right. Twin Armageddons, Carcinogeneticist, Arsenic Catnip, Grim Auxiliatrix, Gallows Calibrator, Arachnid's Grip, oh god, Centaur's Testicle, shout out. I'm like, semi-ironically, an Equius lover, just because I think he's so fucking funny. Excited to get to Equius. This sweaty motherfucker. And especially because I know that eventually he'll be Aarquius, who is just peak. Aarquius peak. Anyway, Terminally Capricious, Caligulus Aquarium, and Cuttlefish Color. Finally, some peace and quiet. Now you can bear down on your coding. This will surely last all evening without interruption. You reopen one of your till death projects you started recently. You're still horsing around with the conditions for terminating the loops. What many till death coders do is import finite constructs and bind the loops to their lifespan. For instance, the main loop here will terminate at the death of the universe, labeled U. That way, you only have to wait billions of years for it to end instead of forever. You've bound a subloop to the lifespan of the code's author, which is you. Any routine at the end will execute when you die. You figure this might be handy for coding something to release a final will and testament, or maybe some doomsday virus. You spend a lot of time thinking of ways to make the perfect doomsday virus. Conveniently absent from Till Death's extensive import library are entities with short lifespans, like a rapidly decaying particle that only lasts a millisecond sure would be handy, or even a fruit fly or something. But no, coding with this language is all about finding ways to trick it into doing what you want. Your hacker buddy is obnoxiously good at it. He sent you some files, which you still don't understand, but you're not going to admit that. He's even better at making viruses than you, which really gets stuck in your nook. Gross. Check out one of his files. Bifurcate this, read this, comma, blue this. Import universe U1, import universe U2. Till death U1, till death U2. Execute till death this, execute null. Execute till death this, execute null. This, comma, this, dot, die. But this'll never come up again, eh, guys? Surely not. Check this shit out. This code, when executed, immediately causes the user's computer to explode, and places a curse on the user forever, along with everyone he knows and everyone he'll ever meet. So remember when Karkat says something about doing something in the future that may have retroactively indebted him? Yeah, that's crazy. I bet it's got nothing to do with this weird bit of code that curses everybody he knows and will know in the future. It's crazy. Chekhov's curse. Chekhov's forever curse. Oh my god.
Not surprisingly, later on, you would run this code in a fit of stupidity. Yep, that's about right. You don't know how he does stuff like this. What does this even mean? It's nonsense. Is it even syntactically viable? Are you allowed to color text like this? Ugh, maybe you should ask him about it sometime. Oh, speak of the devil, here he is bugging you about something. Time to put on your game face and pretend you don't think very highly of his abilities. Yawn in the middle of a sentence. Answer troll. Twin Armageddons began trolling carcinogeneticist. KK, don't flip your shit about this, but I'm setting you up to play a game with some people. Why would I flip my shit out about that? Fucking god. Okay, it's weird to do Karkat without yelling because it's just me. Because you flip your shit about everything? Well, will you look at this? Here is my shit. And yet it remains unflipped. Just sitting there on the skillet getting burned on one side. It's a miracle. Hi, Spike. Welcome. Integrated into the very nature of the multiverse. Important. Shout out Solix. This is technically Dave's theme, but you know, Dave and Solix are pretty similar, so I'm counting it. Oh no, are you into miracles now? Because if you are, you're fired preemptively from the game. Oh, fuck no. Okay, nice. Yeah, my Karkat sounds so elegant. It's not my fault, okay? You heard earlier. My Karkat earlier was like Karkat core. I can't be loud anymore, and his whole thing is loud. So now, in order to differentiate the two, because Solix actually is pretty deadpan, you know, a little bit, at least during stuff like this, I just have to give Karkat more general emotion. Am I gonna play these scary games? Oh, I'm so bad at that. I could think about it. Knife lift. Thanks, bro. The thing is like, even though I know technically that like scary games and watching streamer get scared is good content, I've definitely said this in the past, but I love being a broken record. The thing about me is that I get so scared that I freeze and immediately close the game and like start crying. And that's not good content. That's just sad. It's genuinely like, I can't do it. The only way I was ever able to make it through a horror game was when my friend was the one playing it and streaming it on Discord, and even then I almost just left the call. I almost just left. I was like, I can't do it. I'm so bad with scary stuff. I cannot handle it. Especially if I'm the one in control, because then I won't participate. Okay, where was I? Miracles are like poop stains on God's underwear. I said it. I said what I said. Okay, Karkat. Alright, preach. Okay. Making fun of people's religions is the best thing to do. That's why he hides them. They're fucking embarrassing. God launders in mysterious ways. Right. Oh, right on. But let's shut our mouths a second and talk about this game. It'll only be a second, really. You don't have to do too much. Okay, good, because I'm pretty busy tonight. What is this thing anyway? Why all the secrecy? Well, the short story is that it's an immersive He's fucking me up because I'm focusing too hard on trying to make the list. Immersive simulation that you play with a group. Long story is that it's the fate of our civilization depends on us playing it. Guess the long one was shorter than the short one. Fuck. Sounds like melodramatic bullshit, but coming from you, color me unsurprised. Now, screw you, Vantis. This shit's more real than Kraft grub sauce. This is an old meme. It's funny. Right, okay, so you made this game? Oh, no. More like I, adapted it. From what? Some crazy technology AA dug out of some ruins. Haven't you talked to her about it? Man, no. I can't talk to her. She's so spooky. That's what I'm doing, spooky ways. Voicing Aradia. I don't know why most of our friends are such weirdos. Probably. It's because most trolls are. If you heard what I heard every night, I mean, wow, fuck. No, let's not talk about your weird mutant brain and don't scan mine or whatever. It's off limits, you douche. I told you a billion times I cannot do that, you nub-slurping fuck pod. Oh my god, kiss already, freaks. Why are you two up to this secret stuff anyway? Why haven't you told me anything about this? KK, I'm sorry, but really it's kind of a private matter between me and her, and I'd appreciate it if that was respected. Oh god, stop being so sensitive. It's a repugnant quality. Okay, how about you take your own advice? You're such a blubbering hypocrite. You're lucky I'm so fucking magnanimous I can read, and charitable, because otherwise there's no chance I'd waste my time on you. Oh, what a load of shit. This act, you actually think you're a hot shot? You know you hate yourself. Nobody hates himself more than you, idiot. Yeah, well, I hate you way more than I hate myself, and that's fucking saying something. In fact, I hate you more than I hate myself, and you hate yourself, and you hate me combined. God, just fucking kiss already. Oh, fuck that noise in every leaking orifice. It's the same problem I have with Dave, where he doesn't use any punctuation until here, this period at the end. Just a period at the end. And so I can't fucking... Give me a comma, man. Throw me a bone. The black flirting. Oh god, I can't handle it. Please. They're so bad at pretending to hate each other, too. You know I hate the combined product of you and myself more than you could ever begin to hate me and myself and you and yourself on your worst day, so fucking deal with it. Okay, timeout for the idiot. The idiot gets a timeout and he shuts up for a second. That's you. Just tell me what to do about the game. Okay, well, I'll send you a download soon. And I'm getting up 2 teams. Like, 2 separate competing teams so that there's a better chance of at least one group winning. And also, I guess, to see which one can win faster. Okay, let me guess. There's a red team and a blue team, right? Yeah, you're on the red team. I'll be the leader of the blue team. It's the equivalent of you hang up. No, you hang up. Every time I see this conversation, I'm like, oh, they're cute and also unbearable. But then I remember the scene in Carcat's route in Pester Quest, where he basically dies, and then Solix is like, bro, are you okay? Bro, are you alive? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then panics. Cute. I don't know, would have been a cute flushed romance, that's all I'm saying. Carcat's very shippable. Always love it when there's a Carcat in the fandom. I feel like Solix doesn't get enough screen time, which is kind of funny because he's there the whole time. Like, he doesn't go anywhere really. He just says, fuck this shit, I'm out, and then leaves. And I'm like, come back, but I like you, you're one of my favorites. Just as Nebita. Yeah, for real. Rip Nebita. Preemptively. Don't get attached, guys. Get ready to hear me purr, by the way, when that happens. I gotta roll my R's. You know, like, nya. Okay, where was I? Fuck. Oh, wait, I'm yawning. Give me a second. In my mind and heart, they're all still alive. Well, another universe is there. And I mean, Dave Petta, it's not the same. But Dave Petta does go hard. For free! Tascada. Oh my god, I scrolled and now I really don't know where I was. Fuck. Racing with the blue team, leader of the blue. Okay, there I am. Double Tascada. Oh my god. You spoil me. Okay, then I guess I can pick my teammates then? Bro, you're not the red team leader. I picked GC for that. What? Dude, I did not think you'd be interested in this. Don't act all offended. Okay, wow, oh, now I see. Really fucking clever, picking the blind girl to lead the team you're competing with. I knew you were a cheater, low-life fucking scumbag with no scruples or self-esteem and were basically worthless on every level, but somehow I'm still disappointed in you. Just kiss already. Yeah, I'm such an idiot for not rewarding your bubbly personality and impeccable people skills with a leadership gig. What an inconsiderate, knuckle-sponged asshole I've been. I am a hatched leader and you know it. Okay, Knight of Blood, assert yourself, baby. Assert yourself. You got an arc to go through before you actually are a good leader, but I mean, kinda, you're right. You gotta get there first, but you're alright. He knows what he's getting, he knows where he's headed. I know your filthy feed flap is fluttering in the profane breeze that's shooting out your stinking meal tunnel. Ew. I do know that much. Weird. How do you get out of your cocoon in the morning knowing you're the worst thing the universe was ever responsible for? Also, it must be hard with your hands to persistently what? Must be hard with your hands to persistently bothering every mutated set to be. I think he missed a word. Or just persistently bother. Anyway, every mutated set of genitals peppering that ghastly husk you pawn off as a body. Is this the origin? Gemini plus this line? Surely. I mean, to be honest with fandom, all they needed was Gemini. But still. I guess there was a little more crumbs for the headcanon. Has a female ever looked at you without at once turning skyward and erupting like a vomit volcano? Answer me that. Why would you say that when you know he was forced to kill his girlfriend? Oh god. I did not know that he said that, but like... peppering that ghastly husky pawn off as a body. I mean, why would he say it like that? Mutated set. Why would he say it like that? This is getting dark. Oh, you say that when I'm just, like, jokingly referencing future events? Oh, honey, you got a big storm coming. The troll section is a turning point. Both in complexity of the storyline as a whole and the tone. Well, maybe not the tone overall, but how dark it gets. So far with the kids, not very. No one's even died yet with the kids. Unless you count John in a different timeline. And like a bunch of chess guys. This is so immature. I'm basically just laughing here at how immature you are. Like I really give a fuck who the red leader is. You want to be the leader? Fine. Talk to GC about it. I guess these conversations we have do get kind of embarrassing in retrospect. Oh, so you know. Oh, so you're self-aware, It gets worse. Are we not friends anymore because of the stuff I said? See, he's such a loser. He's such a cutie pie patootie. Oh my god. You literally ask me that every time. Are you joking? I can't even tell anymore. It's a joke, moron. Yeah, of course it is. You're not insecure and need constant assurance that everything is okay. You don't constantly live in fear of getting murdered just for existing. No, surely not. Honestly, I'm just glad nobody else is privy to our conversations. Actually, why don't we make a pact to delete this one from our logs? I'm just shuddering here, scrolling up and reading this. Yeah, okay. Embarrassed by his flirting. Next. Sounds like someone downstairs is getting pretty... crabby. This is not an encounter you were looking forward to. You'll probably put it off as long as you can manage. Ooh, sharp cut to everyone's favorite girl. Why, who is this young lady? Enter name. Your name is Terezi Pyrope. You're actually pretty enthusiastic about dragons, but you have a particular affection for their colorful scales, which you gather and use to decorate your hive. And then it's just a bunch of guitar picks. Economic use, Hussy. Economic use. Cancer joke. The star sign! I promise. The Zodiac one. Though you live alone deep in the woods, you surround yourself with a variety of plushy pals known as scalemates. Shout out Pyrospite. I have the plushie. On a little shelf on the wall. A plushie shelf. Stop yawning! What time is it? It's only 8:30. Why are you yawning, you freak? At least wait till 9 to start yawning. Come on now. You often spend your days with them in rounds of live-action role-playing, shout out. You used to engage in various forms of more extreme role-playing with some of your other friends before you had an accident. You take an interest in justice, holding particular fascination for orchestrating the demise of the wicked. You've taken up study of brutal Alternian law and surround yourself with legal books. You have no need for copies printed in troll braille because you can smell and taste the words. You hope one day to join the honorable ranks of the legislaturators. Your troll tag is Gallows Calibrator, and you speak with the numerals of the blind prophets once used. I added an O, but you get the point.
EP. True, I'm gonna sleep good tonight, let me tell you.
You are presently leader of the red team, poised to begin a mysterious game with 5 other friends, in direct competition with another 6 of your friends, comprising the blue team. What will you do? Cut to the chase and begin LARPing immediately. His Honorable Tyranny. It's pretty hard to live-action roleplay when there's no one who is alive nearby, but all of your scale mates are alive to you. At least you pretend to believe that to annoy people. You prepare a new campaign for one of your favorite scenarios, court block drama. His Honorable Tyranny presides. On trial is an especially detestable fellow, Senator Lemonsnout. You have sparred with this scumbag before. Tonight, he faces justice. You will play the role of the prosecuting attorney. On Alternia, there is no such thing as a defense attorney or a defense. In a court block, the word defense itself is offensive. Interrogate. Most of the interrogation is in the intimidating silence. So true. Slap him around a bit.
Slap. Tap. Slap.
You don't want to slap too hard. Enough to sting, but not to bruise. You must be methodical, businesslike, and persistent. You only stop when you smell tears. Look, I gotta do the Foley work, okay? Mr. Senator, you smell very nice. Your luscious yellow scales are like the sweetest gumdrops to the prosecution's nose. Oh my god, guys, the first time. But your deceit stinks. Did you honestly think you could dip your corpulent snout into the imperial beetle coffers like that and get away with it? Did you think your revolting abuse of the public trust would go unnoticed? Think again, good senator. While the prosecution may be blind, rest assured the League of Legislaturators sees all. Guys, I'm clicking it.
Enter password.
Wrong.
If you don't know the password yet, it means you're not supposed to, dummy. Go back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, of course. Of course, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am. That's the thing. Okay, I know people like to use the setting where you can read it as it came out, but I think it's so much more fun if you go into it with the retcons and not knowing what the fuck is happening. That's what I did. I mean, when I was reading it, these password bits weren't out yet. Like, that hadn't happened yet, so I didn't get the password bits. But, you know, the arms and the oil slick was everywhere, and I had so many questions. I didn't notice many of them. I think I only noticed, like, 2 or 3 throughout it, because I was just reading the words, for the most part. But I did have questions, and I said, what the fuck was that? Oh my god. I remember specifically there's one with Roxy, where, like, one of the arms was sticking out of the ceiling while she's running around the lab, and it's, like, empty and scary, and she thinks she heard something, and I was like, oh my god, it's that thing in the ceiling! No, that wasn't the thing. Unrelated. But yeah, I think it's so much more fun if you have the retcon stuff. The ever-present mystery, which is why I'm glad that the pilot showed the arm. Because also you can't really go back and edit the episodes and, like, repost them. That would suck.
That would be stinky. Call a witness.
Oh, well played, Lemonsnout. Well played. The prosecution's key witness murdered. How convenient. The court block has little choice but to acknowledge your cunning. You've earned just a teensy sliver of your respect back. For now. But wait. Shocking development. Oh my, what have we here? The prosecution begs your pardon, dear Senator, but you appear to have dropped something. A personal satchel, perhaps? Chock full of illicit embezzled beetles, which you have the unmitigated cheek to waltz before his tyranny concealed beneath your ill-gotten finery.
Oh, you had new reader mode on? Yeah.
It's one of the retcons. I love those little mysteries.
The prosecution requests a short recess from his honorable tyranny, so that all law-abiding and mother grub-fearing citizens may go outside and puke. Sentence the criminal. Flip. As the prosecutor, it is your job to reach a final verdict and sentence the reprehensible felon, while his tyranny watches in silence and submits grim approval. But you take pity on this miserable bureaucrat. You're feeling merciful. You will give him a fighting chance. You will flip a double-headed troll cigar, a coin, to decide his fate. You do this quite often when making important decisions, kind of like Batman's nemesis Two-Face, or that guy from No Country for Old Men. Turns out there's lots of badasses out there flipping coins, but those are Earth things, and you've never heard of them. It's safe to say you borrowed this gimmick from one of the many, many troll things out there that's got hard-boiled dudes flipping coins for major stakes. You base the habit on whichever one smells the most badass. Lip. Bling! Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Quiver. The coin tumbles through the air. Lemon Snout is sweating bullets. Think. Heads. A favorable flip. The senator exhales in relief. But what are you so happy about, Mr. Lemon Snout? He looks a bit confused. He quivers his lowly proboscis at the coin. See? The coin has exonerated him. Coin? What coin? Surely you jest, Mr. Senator. The prosecution sees no coin. She's blind, remember? Herc. Swing! There he goes. Meant to be Caesar, so yeah, I guess Seeger is right. Gigas. Mew. Adjourn. Another triumph for justice. The court block is adjourned. You offer final salutations to his tyranny in the customary manner. Okay, that's not customary at all. You're just kind of weird. It's just that your red chalk is the most delicious chalk. You can't get enough of it. Anyone who says there's a more delicious chalk out there simply reeks of deceit. You sure had to go to a lot of trouble to do that. Go get Cane. You take your walking cane, which you use as a weapon, kind of like Earth Daredevil, who you've never heard of. You will use it to wall up enemies when you enter the medium. Blink of the future past. Pop, pop, pop. Like this. Begin recruiting red team members. Your nose begins scouring your chump roll through the saliva smears on your monitor for potential teammates so you can start playing. Not her. Nope, not her either. Definitely not that guy. Okay, how about this girl? You like to roleplay with her sometimes via chat. You pretend you're a member of the mysterious and noble Dragonid race, while she does her own goofy thing. You don't have it in your heart to tell her that your chat RPing is meant facetiously. I meant facetiously. Hold on. Putting on chapstick in preparation for nap at a time.
My mouth is dry. That makes it harder to form the syllables.
Troll AC. Gallows Calibrator began trolling arsenic catnip.
GC lands on your whelping stoop and raps on your cave with her noble and elegant talon, and once with her mighty snout for good measure.
Alright, I haven't done an episode in a bajillion years.
AC saunters from her dark cave a little bit sleepy from the recent kill.
Only the occasional roll dar. I don't want all of them. Just like ones that feel like they should have a little bit of a roll. We're workshopping as we go here.
AC uses one of her mouths to lick the fresh blood off her paws, and the other one to blow you a kiss. GC, with a mighty whisk of her mighty tail, plucks the kiss out of the air mightily. GC pockets the kiss in her enchanted rucksack for later to do something magical, like make goblin wishes come true. Yes, AC finds that to be most admirable.
Most
admirable use of a kiss. She thinks that goblin wishes need to come true too, just like any other kind of person's wishes. AC begs your pardon while she rips apart this tasty beast to prepare a meal for her cubs. GC eyes the beast hungrily and mightily. Meow!
Hi, Kira.
Oh! GC eyes the cubs hungrily And mightily, especially mightily. Don't you dare! AC shouts, don't you dare! Indignantly. But it's too late. GC scoops up a plump cub with her glistening, majestic tail and flies off magically.
Hey, Terezi, haven't you ever heard of yes and? You can't just do this. Come on, man. This is not good improv.
The innocent cub is crying and crying and crying. AC says no, and looks a bit crestfallen. AC gets a clever idea to slake the majestic dragon's mighty hunger. She prepares the lion's share of the slain armored collar bear for GC.
I'll figure out a better way for the R's eventually.
GC's magnificent curiosity has been perked. Is it a bull collar bear? Oops, she asked that. AC pauses a moment and nods knowingly with a couple of smug grins on her face. She confirms it is indeed the bulliest of bears.
Maybe if it's just like an I could do it like an IR.
GC instantly loses interest in the puny cub and drops it to the ground far below. Who's this cutie pie talking? This is Nepeta.
I actually have her coat. I should get it. Wait. Not that you can see it, but, whatever. Like, way back when, what was it, We Love Fine, I think it was on? The Nebula cosplay jacket with the horns attached to the hood and a detachable tail and everything. Alright. I'm stanced up in this jacket I bought in, middle school, high school? Something like that. A decade ago? Yeah, sounds about right.
She's the cutest, most innocent cat girl.
She's just like me for real. She's a shipper. Okay.
But as it happens, the really cute cub lands in a bush safe and sound. Whew.
Maybe only if it's at the start of a word. And then also if she adds it as a pun. I think that sounds pretty good. And, less difficult.
GC's alarming and splendiferous girth settles over the succulent collar bear steak. When she finishes the savory red meat, she lifts her proud, wise head and opens her great big mouth and speaks the ancient tongue of 1,000 wisdoms. She says, "Hey, do you want to play a game with me?" AC crinkles up her nose and prepares for a really unprecedented...
I don't know. Look, I'm not gonna have a logic to it. I'm just gonna roll the R whenever I feel like it, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Keep up. Keep up.
Unprecedented marathon of baffling feline obstinacy. Her dragonity suitor will make neither rhyme nor reason of her
Oh, see, I fucked that one up anyway.
perplexing behavior for even an instant. No, that was a real question. Wanna play a game? Oh! If you mean a computer game, then yeah, that sounds like fun. Okay, you can be on my team. Team? Who else is playing? I haven't decided yet. A whole bunch of us in 2 teams. Oh, well, it does sound like it'll be a lot of fun, but I think I should get permission first.
Ah, that's so stupid. He's not the boss of you.
I know, but I'm still kind of scared of him.
Weird place to put that. I shouldn't. That's a serious sentence.
Scared of him, and I think perhaps it's best to just run it by him at first, so there isn't a kerfuffle about it or anything.
Ah,
This is stupid in such a terrible myriad of dumb ways. You shouldn't be afraid of anyone. You kill big animals with your bare hands. And in any case, he lives nowhere near you, so the whole thing's extra stupid. I know, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I'll just mention it casually and it'll be fine. I'm sure then we can play it in just a little bit.
Ugh.
Fine. In the meantime, I'll go round up some more people to play. Okay.
Congrats, bro. Troll TC. Blah, blah, blah. You then proceed to have the rest of this conversation we already read. No luck in getting this guy to play with you right now either. You guess that leaves... oh no, not Carcat. You're only gonna ask him as a last resort. You wonder what he wants. He'll try to avoid mentioning the game. Hopefully he hasn't caught wind of it yet. Deal with Carcat. Ooh, Steven Universe poster? Hell yeah. Hey, guess what? Big news. Like, holy shit, stop the presses. This is a humongous deal sort of news.
What is it?
You're not the red team leader. That's me. I'm the leader. It's been decided on an official basis.
Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to make like a big stink about this and say, wah, wah, I want to be the leader.
Ugh. What? No. I mean, well, you can, but it won't do any good because I'm the leader, and that's all there is to evacuate through your protein chute on the matter.
Well, it may come as a surprise to you to know that I don't give a crap who gets to be leader, because unlike you, I actually have a fucking smidgen of maturity and self-respect.
You're 13, girl, but okay. That's a lie. You're more of a melodrama queen than me, and you know it. And this stuff you're saying is a pretend stunt. You're like a rocket-propelled, okay, maggot, spring-loaded up the ass of a psychedelic fucking freak-out weasel on idiot drugs, so let's not play make-believe games here. Leader, me.
You can send it.
I'm not going to be able to look at it until later, though.
Carcat, I don't care. You can be the stupid leader. I just want to play the game.
Okay, great. If it's any consolation, I have selected you to be my second in command.
Really? Swoon.
Fuck you, offer rescinded.
Okay, but seriously, I would have suggested you be the leader, but honestly, it comes with serious responsibilities, and I wasn't sure if you were up to it.
I love my mental manipulation queen. Oh, there I am. How could you think that? I'm an incredible leader with all kinds of prioritization and command skills. I'm gonna rock the cock off this weather vane, and the blue team will wish they never slithered out of the mother grub's heinous undulating asshole.
Nice.
So just give me the full briefing. What do you know?
Okay, the thing you need to know is that the leader starts out by running the client application, while the lowly second officer connects to you with the server while I remain generally in awe of your manly grandeur. And I sit at my computer doing menial chores in support of your heroic escapades, which honestly I don't think you're ready for, but whatever.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was made for. Being in charge of adventure, running around and stuff, and fucking shit up like a goddamn hero with a ripper wasp in his jock. Let's get cracking here. Launch your server or whatever. I'll start the hero program.
The client.
Yeah.
Okay, if you insist. Far be it from me to stop you from being so dashing and courageous. And to be perfectly honest, a little bit handsome.
Yes, exactly. Now you're making sense. How was a Homestuck pilot?
It was beautiful.
It was awesome. I have full elaborated opinions in the first half hour of the VOD. And then sprinkled throughout, but the most important ones, the biggest ones, are in that first half hour of me just yelling at the screen. But yes, generally really good. It'll be confusing, but I mean, I don't know if you were here during Act 1, but Act 1 is just confusing in general. Confusing but silly. That's what I love about Homestuck. The first 5 acts are just Andrew Hussey taking a box of Chekhov's guns and dumping them on the floor. And then you just have to walk around really carefully and pray that you don't set one off. Just waiting for the moment when they all inevitably do. Yeah, she's so good at manipulating him, it's amazing. Like she can see into his mind or something. Wait for it. Wait, let me wink the other eye, it's easier to see. There we go. Do both. Huh? Oh, is that supposed to say has been? Of course I'm gonna watch it. It's exactly my jam. Okay. Okay. Now you're making sense. This is the kind of thing that sane people say. Keep at it. There's hope for you yet.
Okay, I'll try.
Anything to get you to stop being such a baby. What's a baby?
Oh, it's like a mythical little pink monkey. Something that my Lucis dreams about.
I thought you didn't have one.
I don't. Yet. I'm not allowed to.
Why not? Why have you never mentioned this anyway? Honestly, Terezi, it sounds more like frothing loony block nonsense.
If I ever did have one, it would mean the world was coming to an end.
Oh, thank God you just said something normal. I was starting to worry there. Whew, back in sane land.
It's true. I don't completely understand it, but that's what it told me.
We need to get you out of that fucking tree and into a proper goddamn lawn ring. You've been stunted living up there by the whispers of fucking bark gnomes or something. I think one of my neighbors was just cold recently. Maybe you could live there.
No way. Screw lawn rings. More like yawn rings. I love my tree. But you're welcome to come visit sometime. It's especially nice in the third autumn.
Okay, well, speaking of that, I should go downstairs and deal with this grumpy customer. It's gonna fondle Major Seed Flap, but hopefully it'll be quick. You can establish your connection and do your trivial sidekick stuff, I guess, in the meantime.
Okay.
A little later, a fucking mess. This was a mistake. He should have let her be the leader. Lovely. After the Night of Blood's heroic arrival to the land of Pulse and Haze, you quickly crafted a new weapon, Home Smell You Later, plus some other cool stuff. Deal with Terezi. You can see me, right? Tell me what's wrong with this picture.
No, I can't see you, dumbass.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, press your nose against your slobbery screen and tell me what's wrong with this picture.
Smells pretty terrible.
That's because you just took a hard drag of my load gaper, which for some reason I have discovered outside on this little island.
You mean your toilet?
Oh, well, ooh la la. Excuse my disdain for your blue-blooded vernacular.
Well, then what color is your blood?
Oh, whoa, none of your business. Seriously, was that a serious question? Unbelievable.
I'll find out someday.
What's with your obsession with colors? It's bad enough you waste all my hard-earned grist rambling my hive around like that, not even in the direction of the fucking gate. But then you go and spend it on an ugly paint job. I killed a lot of imps for that grist.
Oh, Karkat, please, don't pretend you didn't enjoy going around killing things. And that you wouldn't enjoy killing a whole lot more, prancing around with your little sickle, being all adorable.
Yeah, right. More like Dora Bloodthirsty. I'm prancing around being that, okay? Anyway, this is awful. This is no way for a leader to be treated.
Sorry, this is what you wanted. The leader is the first one in. This is what the leader is supposed to do.
No, this is not anything except for what bullshit is. A leader shouldn't be at the mercy of a hive renovation whimsy of an unhinged blind girl. When do I get the chance to fuck up someone's hive? I should be the next one to connect to a client.
Nope, you can't. You have to be the last one to connect to complete the chain.
More lies.
Think of it this way. I'm your server player, so priority has to be on me getting in the game before I get killed by meteors. In which case, you'd be screwed in there. Then the next guy comes in, then the next. And you bring the last one in.
Oh, wait, what? Meteors? The fuck are you talking about? What does this have to do with meteors?
Oh, boy, you need to get with the program, Karkat. Have you talked to AA?
44 what?
Apocalypse Arisen. Sorry.
No, of course not.
Or TA, or AG, I guess, or CA. Really, there's this, whole conspiracy about this, as I'm finding out.
Well, why don't you just tell me so I don't have to talk to any of those double-talking assholes?
I can't. I gotta step out of this tree for a moment. When I come back, I'll enter the game. See ya!
A little while ago. Spooky! Crash. Desecrate. You're not sure why you did that, really. There'll probably turn out to be a reason. There's a reason for everything. Understanding this lets you be reckless. Whoever you are. A little later. Somewhere else entirely. Rubbish from what the fuck? I forgot I installed that mod. I'm pretty sure this is a mod that just extends the Aquarius symbol. Why did I guess it was worth it. That's fucking funny. Yeah, Karkat's completely clueless. Like, he didn't just get mad at John. Oh my god. All of Karkat's anger at other people really does just boil down to him hating himself, don't it? Rubbish from the land dwellers makes you sick, whoever you are. And later still. We return to the land of Pulse and Haze, so that we can rewind a bit, before all of that paint got slopped on your hive, and before that mysterious hole was made. Man, how did that hole get made?
Oh. I got so confused that I just said it there. I didn't want to do anything that would be like too crazy mod-wise, you know? But I think I saw that in the list and I said, that's not going to be too obtrusive. It's just going to be hilarious. Hey, the perfect opportunity would be now. It's slowly re-releasing every weekday on the website because it was broken. But they've been fixing it and re-releasing it in like little batches and updates every weekday. So it's more easily digestible right now. There'd be a little bit of catching up to do at this point. I don't actually know what they're up to so far. Because obviously I'm reading it here, so I have no need to reread it now. But, you know. Now's as good a time as any. Rich GM, let's go, puggers! Okay, that's where I was. It was when Karkat ran TA's cursed till death program and his computer blew up. That's what happened. We'll see this happen later. It will be startling and unexpected. Karkat, deal with crabby customer. Ah, crab dad! You go downstairs and confront your custodian, which is another term for a frightening beast known as a lusus naturae. Your lusus has looked after you since you were very young, in lieu of any biological parents whom you have never known. No young troll ever knows his or her blood parents, nor could such lineage ever be accurately traced. Adult trolls supply their genetic material to the filial pails carried by imperial drones and offered to the monstrous mother grub deep underground in the brooding caverns. She then combines all the genetic material into one diabolical, incestuous slurry and lay hundreds of thousands of eggs at once. They hatch into young larval trolls which wriggle about to locate a cozy stalactite from which to spin their cocoons. After they pupate, the young troll with his or her newfound— just say they, please for the love of God— with their newfound limbs, undergo a series of dangerous trials. If they survive— see, now you say they— if they survive, they are chosen by a member of the diverse and terrifying subterranean monster population native to Alternia. This creature becomes the troll's lusus, and together they surface and choose a location to build a hive. The building process is facilitated by carpenter droids left on the planet to cater to the young, but only for building. They're on their own otherwise. The vast majority of adult trolls are off-planet, serving some role in the forces of ongoing imperial conquest, besieging other star systems in the name of Alternian glory. The culture and civilization on the homeworld is maintained almost entirely by the young. Trolls sure are weird. Troll breeding. We can go listen to Showdown. Oh my god, another flashing warning. We could go listen to that, but honestly, I don't think it's that much of a banger. Sorry, Toby, but I'm sure you probably just kind of threw that together. You leap into the domestic fray in an attempt to mollify your nannying aggressor. After a lot of kicking and fussing and gnashing of teeth and carapace, you just pull out a few chilled roe cubes from the fridge to settle the beast down. Trolls and their custodians have a peculiar arrangement of codependence. The lusus behaves as a lifelong bodyguard, caretaker, and visceral sort of mentor, while the young troll must learn to function as a sort of zookeeper. We decide to agree this conflict is not a big enough deal to warrant a detailed examination of the action or an embedded musical accompaniment. We also agree that while that would have been pretty sweet, we're also in kind of a hurry here. But if it were to be accompanied by something audible, it probably would have sounded something like this. We decide to listen to that track, close our eyes, and imagine what might have been. Wow, that sure was awesome. Anyway, moving on. In fact, we're in such a hurry, you could almost say we need to get moving on the double. Yeah, there's this pretty cool dude, okay? Some people seem to think he's cool. Sometimes. He guesses they're right. I mean, maybe, if they say so. Actually, you know what? They're right. This guy's dynamite lit in a box of hot shit. Screw the haters. Anyway, he's standing around being all chill like cool dudes are known to do sometimes when they're not moping around or nursing migraines or whatever. A cool dude like this probably has a real cool name. Or at least a name that doesn't completely fucking suck. Like at least not the kind of name that belongs to someone you'd want to just perpetually wail on. Maybe a name that makes you cringe a little. But you guess you could deal with it if you got to. It's just a guy's name. It's not like it really matters. Who cares? But he probably wouldn't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too moody for that. In fact, this guy probably thinks you've got some attitude and probably doesn't want a damn thing to do with you. You could always try to guess his name. But instead of that, he's got a better idea. Why don't you just fuck off and go to hell? Here, name this kooky broad instead. Okay, what's her name? Oh, wait, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, looks like we're going back to the other guy again. All right, hang on. It appears this cool and moody dude had a change of heart. He feels pretty bad about flying off the handle like that. As if shit wanted nothing to do with that handle. Shit would like to reconcile with the handle. Perhaps seek marital counseling. So, what's his name gonna be? Your name is Sullux Captor. You are apeshit bananas at computers, and you know all the codes. All of them. Oh my god, is that the first instance? I can't remember if someone else said that. You are unchallenged authority on apiculture networking. And though all of your friends recognize your unparalleled achievements as a totally sick hacker, you feel like you could be better. It's one of a number of things you sort of beat yourself up about for no very good reason. During sporadic and debilitating bipolar mood swings, you have a penchant for bifurcation, in logic and in life. Your mutant mind is hounded by the psychic screams of the imminently deceased. Your visions foretell of the planet's looming annihilation, and yet, unlike the typical sightless prophet of doom, you are gifted with vision twofold. For now. You have developed a new game, adapted via code, parsed from the runes and glyphs in an ancient underground temple. You believe this game to be the salvation of your race, though you're not sure how yet. To ensure success, you will distribute the game to 2 teams of friends, a red team and a blue team. You will lead the latter group. Your troll tag is Twin Armageddons, and you tend to speak with a bit of a lisp. What will you do? It wasn't Vriska, but Sullux. Yeah. And then Vriska just stole it. I mean, honestly, very Vriska. Accurate. Oh my goodness, I'm so sleepy. Kind of a weird place to end though, so maybe I'll keep going a little bit. Equip throwing stars to your Strife Specibus. Why would you do that? A high-level psionic has no use for any particular Specibus allocation. Fling stars, Specibus ward. You make short work of the Specibus and oh god, one of your bee house mainframes. Oh god, not bees in rooms. There was another wasp in my room the other day, like a couple days ago. Worst day of my life. I'm so sick of this. We found the nest, though. We know where the damn yellow jackets are coming from. It's not our house, it's my fucking neighbor. So how the fuck are they even wandering their way over here? Anyway, as long as they're not in my walls, I guess I don't give a fuck. It's either a hole in a vent somewhere that wouldn't be a problem if there weren't a whole big wasp nest, or a tiny hole in my window that, again, wouldn't really be a problem if there wasn't a goddamn wasp nest. So there's my little side rant there. Oh god, one of your bee house mainframes. The silicone was sliced clean through by your foolish maneuver. What were you thinking? The workers pair up and dance angry messages to you in binary code. Taste honey. Same shot as Dave, but yellow instead of red. No! You do not, under any circumstance, eat the mind honey. The consequences are highly unpleasant. You cultivate this honey for your Lucis. It helps him not be such a complete idiot all the time. Merely most of the time instead. Calm those bees down. Snop. Nap time. Get to work at computer. You're always up to your nook in the newest and hottest games. It's hard to walk around the place without squishing them. Whenever that happens, you're screwed. And you have to grow a new one from scratch. Or just pirate it, you guess. But tonight's no night for games. Well, okay, it is, but just one game in particular. And this game is no joking matter. It's delirious bug nasty. Shut up. Recruit team leader. Oh god. Alright, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to end it here. Just because I'm getting sleepy and I have a bit of a headache. I think I have to eat some more. Personally, I think it's time to chat. Oh god, the music. Oh god, the music. There we go.
Ay, ay, ay.
A bit abrupt, I know, but like I feel like I'm starting to zone out even as I'm reading.
Let me go look at the drawing now, Kira.
How's everybody doing? Are we keeping up? Hi, Barfman. You came right at the end. Congratulations. I hope you're happy. Barfman, did you watch the pilot? The Homestuck pilot? You need to. Oh, That's the wrong button. Hold on. There we go. View my channel. Thank you. And go to studio.
Oh! That looks so good, Kira!
The diamonds! But also not white diamond. Fuck that bitch. Blue was always my favorite. I liked her Irish accent. It was very pretty. Yeah, snork me. Me too, dog. I'm especially unhappy because one of my coworkers is going on vacation this week, and the department just got big cuts because a new supermarket opened up, and like, oh god, so I have less hours, but also since vacation, there's no one to replace the one on vacation. Now I have to close the store and leave at 8 p.m. on Monday, and then I have to be back at the store at 5 a.m. on Tuesday. This sucks so bad. This is the worst. This is gonna big suck. Actually, I have to text my manager to see if I could at least leave at 7, like come in for my normal shift length, but to leave for 7, so that I at least have a little hour before I go to sleep. Money is money, that's true, but fuck this. You'd think being in a union would stop this, but no, apparently. What the fuck? Anyway, it's not rant time. It's sleep time. I feel like my brain is fried and I don't really know why. Yeah, they got me doing the clopin, the classic clopin. But the thing is that in order to get back to work at 5 a.m. the next day, I need to go to sleep at 8 o'clock. I can't be leaving work, coming home, making dinner, eating dinner, and then going to sleep. I have to... Hello? Hello? Crazy. Why do I love it? 6 hours. This is 6 hours, though. 6 hours is like a nice length to where, like, you get a decent amount of money, but you also don't want to fall over when you get home. I used to work 6-hour shifts a lot at my last job. But this one, I directly replaced the last person who had 5 days a week, 4-hour shifts in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind that. But now I also have Wednesdays off. Not all the time, but, you know, sometimes. I occasionally have a Wednesday off. Thankfully, after the clopin, I do have the Wednesday off. So I just have to suffer Tuesday morning, and then I get a day off. But also, that is less money. But, you know, it is where it is. We just get less DoorDash, you know? 6-hour shifts with 30-minute breaks? Hell yeah. It was so shocking going from working at, like, an independent bakery to working at, you know, unionized corporate bakery. Because I went to a shorter shift length, to the 4 hours rather than 6+. Never know when I'm going home because, you know, whenever they need me till. To the 4 hours and 15-minute break. And I was like, I get a break for 4 hours? That's crazy. What? I don't need that. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm absolutely sitting on some icing tubs in the back. I'm playing Uma Musume and eating a snack for 15 minutes. Absolutely. Yeah, 4 to 5 hour shift is pretty nice though too. I can just go home. And especially because it's so early. I do, but now it's under the guise of QA testing. It's quality assurance, okay? We're baking cookies, I'm just making sure they're not poison, you know? But also, I'm the one who is in charge of getting rid of all the stuff that's, quote, past the expiration date, you know? Which, if you've ever bought something in your life, you know the expiration date when you actually own things doesn't mean it's bad. We just can't sell it at that point because it could be bad. So as I'm like throwing out stuff, I'll maybe, you know, take a cookie if it's still good, eat it before it goes in the box because it's just going in the compost, man. Who cares if I eat one? It's getting thrown out anyway. Give me a brownie. The fuck? Share. Come on. How could you be running out of music? There's so much music in the world. Which is my favorite? I don't know. It's supermarket baked goods, so there's nothing like crazy good. The cookies are nice when they come out of the oven. The brownies are okay. Very sweet though, and I'm there at 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., so something that sweet is a little too much that early. But they're good. They're good. Yeah. I like my own baked goods. That's what I like. The stuff I make. I baked some. Oh, I talked about it last week. I finished them by now, but the apple cider cookies. Very good. I ate them all. It's my favorite book. I'm so glad I have a button for that because I'm getting so tired. I don't even want to talk anymore. Boop. SVSSS. There it is. There it is. I'm so sleepy. Why? Why? I guess I did go to bed pretty late last night. It's making me sleepy today. Oh, new album. I'll have to go listen to it later. Not now. Now it's time to go to sleep. Maybe go see if there's some new Pepsi Cola one-shots I can read. Yeah, only an asshole manager would get mad about that, it's true. I just eat them. It's garbage! Like, they make us bake so much more than we need just for the optics of having the shelf looking nice and full. But then we just end up throwing all of it out because there's not enough people to buy it. And then they're like, oh, your profits aren't that high. And I'm like, yeah, well, whose fucking fault is that? Huh? Dummy? I wouldn't be putting out this much shit if you weren't making me. Get it through your thick fucking skulls. Optics are in everything. I promise. A little less on the shelf is good if no one's buying it. If, like, only the random motherfucker maybe once a week rolls up to grab one. More room for French bread, people buy that. More room for Italian bread, people buy that, you know? Crazy. Yeah, that's what it was like at my last job at the local bakery. Where, like, if there's a bunch of shit left, we actually would throw it at customers. We'd have free samples throughout the day, but it was smaller portions. At the end of the day, we'd just start taking the donuts and other breakfast items, like the rolls and the like crumb cakes and other such things, muffins, and just have like massive bags full of a bunch of it. Yeah, throw it at them as they leave, you know, or as they walk in the door, we'd get mad at them being there so close to closing because we have shit to clean and just throw it at them. Yeah, real, not clickbait. Definitely not lying. No, but we'd have like a bunch of those bags. So if you come, I'd say about an hour before closing, because if you come later, there's none left and we hate you. But if you came about roughly an hour-ish before close, there will be giant free sample bags that will just give you for free, along with even if you just get like a tiny thing. Usually there was like a $15 minimum or something. But at that point, we're just like, no, just get rid of it. Just give it to them. Because if it stays here, it's just going in the garbage, so. And then if there's any left after that, we could just take it. Physically throw pastries in a shame circle to whoever comes in. Real. So many people would come in like the minute before we close and be like, I made it just in time. And we're like, yeah! Smiling with gritted teeth. Yeah, just in time! Hurry the fuck up! I want to go home on time. And then people would come after we've locked the door and are clearly cleaning everything and locking up, and they'll be at the door knocking, like, hello, just one thing. I just need one thing. We're like, all of the money and the drawers are out of the registers. We could not sell you something right now, even if we did want to, which we don't. We definitely don't. Crazy. These people are crazy. Just one day, just want one cake. No, I just want one muffin. We don't even have any left. Go away. Give me just like 3 cookies. Shut the fuck up. Stuff the donuts in my pocket and just run. Honestly, look, I don't work there anymore. Who cares? Not that they'd even see this anyway. I'm not that popular, but still. I would occasionally. I don't think that they'd mind, because usually you just ask and they'd be like, yeah, okay. especially because I'd been there for so long and was generally a good, trustworthy worker. But I just like take one of the smaller wax bags and put some cookies in it and just stick it in my bag at some point early in the day, and they just leave with it. And I just have cookies at home. I'm in the mood. Even now, when I go there, if one of my coworkers that has also worked there for a long time, because obviously if it's one of the newer people, they won't risk it. But my favorite coworker, who I used to open with a lot, when I come in, will just give it to me for free. She's like, here you go. I'm like, oh, sweet pie, thank you. As stressful as that job was due to the weird hours and ridiculously long holiday hours where you don't have any time to breathe because the line is around the block and crazy.
It was nice.
They did make it worth it in free pastries. Compensated with free pastries, basically. It's true. Free food is free food. Food poisoning concerns come last. Because after those holidays where you're there for like 10 plus hours, you know, usually more like 10 hours because we close early on the holidays, but you know, the days before you're there for 10 plus hours just trying to set up for the day of. After the day of, they'd let you take home whatever you want, as much as you want, to take home to your families when you finally get to go home and have the holiday dinner that you've been waiting for. Yeah, it was only really 12, not 12 hours. I did have some that were that long, but that was very rare, and it was only before Christmas, because that's the big day at an Italian bakery. That is the big day.
Can't take home the oven?
Babe, I don't think I could if I tried. It's huge. That's gigantic. You know, I would make cakes. I'd take a cake, a pie, box of cookies, you know, assorted pastries, and then walk home with a bag that weighs half as much as I do, you know? So even though you had the worst day at work ever for the rest of the day, because, you know, people during the holidays are idiots and awful, and you're about to have a panic attack because there's so many people behind the counters because everyone who ever worked there is there, you know, at least you get to take home a bunch of yummy snacks. So, you know, semi-evens out. Anyway. No, I didn't sabotage something, because the thing about that is that I wanted it to be the emergency safety net. So, you know. If I ever end up without a job, I know that I can come back to this local little bakery, walk in the door, and immediately have a job.
Watch Cog? What's that? I don't know what that is.
Kog'Maw? Oh my god, League of Legends. No, I'm not taking off screws from the oven. Al was cool. And has a really tough job, okay? Oh, Knights of Guinevere. Oh. Yes, very good. I never saw it abbreviated. That's why I was just like, huh? Whoa. Oh my god. It's only 9 o'clock, dude. I hate that I'm this tired at 9 p.m. League stream when? I don't know about next week, but probably soon. Maybe next week. It depends, because I do want to remind myself how to play the game first, for real, because I haven't opened it in at least a year. Not counting yesterday, but that was memeing with my brother, so it doesn't count. But yeah. I think I will. Because I think it'll be funny to watch. It'll be funny for you guys to watch me fail, especially because you don't play League. I know League players will probably just get frustrated, but, you know, we're not League players here because we have self-respect. But I guess I don't, because I re-downloaded it.
But Gwen is so cute!
Gwen, League of Legends, not Gwen Knights of Guinevere. She's also cute, but also badass. Different kind of cute. Similar cute? Actually, they both have twin tails. Though, Princess Guinevere is more like buns, and then Guinevere League of Legends is the drill, you know, like drill twin tails.
I love sugar. I do. It's so bad. So many people would say, like, even my coworkers, they're like, you know, you work at a bakery for so many years, you just don't want to eat it anymore. And I'm like, no. I have worked at bakeries for about 3 years total. It has never gotten old, okay? It's never gotten old, and it's bad. It's a bad thing. I shouldn't be eating this much sugar, but here I am, eating it. How we get animation ideas, girl? You were asking the wrong person. I have no ideas. That's why I don't draw or animate anymore. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I just don't have inspiration anymore. That's the worst part. I'll really want to draw. I'll sit down in front of my tablet, and then I just have no ideas of what to draw. Maybe it's because I put too much pressure on myself to make, like, a nice poster if I'm drawing digitally. Because if I'm drawing in a drawing pad, then I just do the same, like, vague pin-up bust shots of things, like drawing fun outfits. But, like, if I'm doing digital art, it's usually with the purpose of trying to make a completed piece, which kind of stun locks me. Have I considered painting? I've tried it. I'm not very good at it, and it's very messy and expensive. So I don't think I will. If anything, I'll, like, occasionally do a watercolor, but I'm not an acrylic or an oil kind of gal. Drew and printed a drawing today. Oh, no. I bet it was great. I bet you're just being tough on yourself. Look, it's also really sad because when I was a kid, I'd draw the same exact picture of Carcat Vantis 10 times in a row, and I'd be loving it. I'd be loving it. And I'd post the same picture of Carcat Vantis in a row, and I'd be loving it. I wouldn't even think about it, but now I'm like, it has to be something good with, like, a theme and blah 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 blah. I should just draw bullshit again. That's what I should do. Should just shut up, put on some sort of video essay, and just draw something dumb. No, anyway. I think it's time. I think it's time for me to go for real. The Zatsudan section is over because I'm so tired and my eyes are droopy and I can't think good no more. I'm actually quite glad I didn't do League because who knows how mush my brain would be by now if I did. But thank you all for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying the troll section so far. We'll be getting more and more fun troll friends as we move on. Some of my favorites including Apocalypse Arisen, the Grim Auxilia Tricks, more women, just women. Vriska, Vriska, Vriska. You'll get context on the Vrisk horse, guys, which you need. But anyway, that's for another time. I think I will try to move Homestuck streams to being on Tuesdays. Since this Tuesday, even though I do have the Wednesday off, is after a Clopen, I don't think I'm going to have the energy to do a stream this Tuesday, though. But, you know, on a more normal Tuesday that I have a Wednesday off, I'll probably play something in the afternoon. Definitely Phasmo. Oh my god. I'll die. I'll die. It's too scary. It's so scary. Yeah. So next week's probably going to be gaming of some kind. Probably either Overwatch or League. At this point, look, I'm basically like Homestuck, Overwatch, and the occasional art stream. That's my channel at this point. I have 3 modes. But yeah. Okay. If you made it this far, you should join the Discord, link in the description. And if you're a VOD watcher, love you, hi. Shocked you made it here. Hello. You're my favorite. Sorry, chat. It takes real dedication to make it this far in a VOD. Anyway. It's bedtime. I'll see you guys in the next one next week. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a nice sleep. And in Kira's case, have a good day. Goodbye! House Empty stream. I've been thinking about watching that because I've heard that Apothecary Diaries is like that, but not. I think I could at least make fun of it. Anyway, that's for another time. Goodbye, everybody. It's at the end of the song, so this is perfect timing. Good night. Mwah!